Welcome to the Journey Podcast. I don't even know what number this is. Wes has got his fingers up, and I think he held up nine.
Nine?
Nine?
Nine.
Welcome to the podcast number 9. We're going to talk about whatever the heck we feel like talking about today. I don't even know what that is. We don't have any agendas, but...
You don't have an agenda?
No.
I saw your ballot.
What ballot?
Your agenda.
I don't have any.
He just started this podcast off with 9.
Oh.
What's your agenda really? Adolf Hitler.
Oh. Okay.
You don't like that?
Don't like that.
I loved it.
It was funny.
It made you both laugh.
It did.
That's the objective.
It did. Sucker's goofy.
Yeah.
Anyways, we might have sold some trucks this morning.
Yeah. Chase is the salesman. I can't.
Hey.
I just have to sit back and watch.
Wheeling and dealing.
Because I'd have give it to him. He was giving me numbers. I was like, sure, you can have it. But
Which trucks did we sell?
all of them.
Yeah, he was wanting numbers on all of the square bodies outside, and I'm ready to let him go.
There you go.
We're moving the metal.
There you go.
Sell the metal.
Sell the metal.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. Get it out of here. So hopefully he comes back.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he's like, I'll even come back and buy that short bed later on.
He'll be back. And he bought faucets and hinges.
Yeah.
He gonna be back with somebody else to buy more stuff.
It's gonna be awesome.
And he wants the Cadillac converters. He wants the Cadillac converters worse than the trucks.
More than anything. He's like, I know those Cadillac converters are worth money.
He called his homeboy. They were talking in Salvadorian. I was like, no. Put it on speakerphone. I want to hear what he's got to say too.
Yeah, I don't know what he
I don't
saying.
speak it, but I can understand the number part of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Enough to know when he offers X number that it's worth Y.
It's worth more than what we thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had him sitting outside.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. Anybody could have came up and
all the
grabbed them.
streetwalkers coming through here could have grabbed them at any point.
Yeah. They could have had them a couple
They
extra
stole
$100.
lug nuts.
Do you think somebody really took our lug nuts?
I don't know where else they could have gone.
I bet we misplaced our lug nuts.
You might have misplaced your lug nuts, but
Definitely, probably.
somebody stole the ones for that Tahoe.
Yeah. They're gone.
Unfortunate.
Yeah,
But the Tahoe is now a pancake at the scrap metal yard.
it is. And I can't believe. So we went to the freaking scrap metal yard. We've gone like 4 times now. And yesterday, somebody took a Yukon with the motor, transmission, cats, and just scrapped it. And they probably got like $400 for it.
And all because they said,
It wasn't working right
yeah, it started running bad. So he pulled the battery off of it and let him crush it.
because the battery was brand new. That's what the lady at the crusher told me. Because she was like, you were asking about that Yukon. She's like, he brought it in Saturday. Said he wanted his battery and it wasn't acting right and he didn't need it.
That was a perfect donor. Perfect donor. And now knowing what the cats are worth.
He could have got just as much money for the cats as he did for the whole vehicle. Mm-hmm. Then he could have had the motor. Dang. Just need to sit up in front of that scrapyard.
Yeah, we need to be hanging out and offering them $50 more.
Yeah.
I told you I've bought a running car from the scrapyard before.
What kind of car did you buy?
Like a Toyota Tercel, some little bitty Toyota car.
What did you do with it?
Demo derbied it. We just jumped it and ran it through ditches, and because this was back in the day when you didn't need a title to crush a car.
Oh, okay.
And this lady, we had just finished dropping our metal off to be crushed. She comes pulling up while I'm at the counter getting my money.
Yeah.
And she drives this car onto the scales and is going to crush it. And I asked the lady, I was like, how much is she getting for this car? She said $150. I said, I'll give you $200 for this car. I drove it back to the shop and we drove it like crazy people. Yes.
Oh, wait. Out behind BB Quick?
No, my shop over in Westwood where Classic was originally.
Oh, yeah. Way out there.
Yeah,
There was not as many things on either side of the road then either.
No, and across the street was just a big empty field, and we would ride our 4-wheelers and stuff over there, and we were jumping that car through the ditch and over the railroad tracks and just driving, cut the top off of it, and then wound up crushing it.
How much did you get for it when you crushed it?
$200.
So you made your money back and had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's the way to do it.
It was free fun.
It pays to hang out at the scrap metal yard. There's some odd ducks that come to the scrap metal place.
Keep seeing the same people when we go.
Yeah.
The same people have been there every time pretty much. Like I know that one guy was there twice.
Oh, and that Super Duty? Was it
I think it was a Chevy.
blue one?
I can't even remember. It was tan.
Tan?
Maybe there was two people there that were the same.
I feel like I saw the same people.
Yeah.
So, anywho, what'd you do last night?
Watched Game of Thrones.
It sucked.
No, it wasn't that bad. Now, it did reveal a lot of information.
Tell me what it revealed. Because if you're watching this, we're going to talk about it. We've already all watched it. It came out on Friday, Sunday.
So
Came out on Sunday.
Spoiler alert for anyone watching.
Yeah, if you haven't watched the newest, is it Game of Thrones or is it House of Dragons?
It's House of
the
Dragons.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Or Hot D as it's
Hot
known
D?
online. It's Hot D is what they're calling
Why
it.
would it be called Hot D? House of...
House of the Dragon.
I got that hot D.
Hot D. Oh, is it House of Dragon or House of the Dragon?
So that's why they're saying Hot D.
I think it sucks.
Okay, the newest episode did reveal that they're basically just taking over. All of them are conspiracy. They're just all going to not let
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra take their throne.
Yeah, no, that was the plan from the beginning.
Yeah, and they're going out.
I mean, in like episode 2, the queen's father, you could see him trying to supplant her in place with the king.
Yeah.
So you knew that was his objective all the way through. And you knew that when this day arose, that was going to happen. So that was no surprise.
So I feel like this next episode is going to be epic because she's going to find out what they've done, Rhaenyra, and she's going to come. Doesn't she have a dragon?
Well, her husband, which is her uncle, he has a dragon, and he's crazier than
She's a
her.
dragon. She's a dragon rider.
She is, I know, but
She
he's
has a dragon
crazy.
too. Don't they both have dragons?
And their kids have
And their kids
dragons.
have dragons.
They fixing to come in and whoop some ass.
But they got dragons too. And Aemon Targaryen has the biggest dragon. He took it
A
from
huge one.
That's
yeah.
true.
The Daemon's ex-wife, when she died giving birth, her dragon was that huge one. I
And
don't
he
remember
wants
the
to
name of it.
he wants to be king anyways.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says it. He's like, my brother's not even fit.
But here's the thing. In Game of Thrones, this last episode would have had the story from King's Landing and the king dying, the story from Dragonstone where Daemon and Rhaenyra is, the story from whatever
You're talking about the previous Game of Thrones.
I know, but this one is just a one-trick pony.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever the writers are a little simpler.
They're not, and it makes it a little bit easier to follow along too, because in the other Game of Thrones, you were like, if you weren't paying attention, it's like a series that you have to watch. You can't just
But listen,
watch it and do something else because
do you watch this one and do something else?
no, not really. No, I didn't last night.
Then did you pay attention?
I did. But I'm just saying, like, some people.
I think he's referring where.
I understand. I understand that it's hard to follow, but if I sit down to watch something, it's because I want to pay attention to it and watch it, not answer
What about the movies you put on that are sleep movies?
I've seen them 1,000 times, so I can recite them.
So it doesn't matter.
No, but like if I watch something, I want to know the details, and if it's good enough, I'll watch it again. Which Game of Thrones I've watched 3 times,
I've only watched it once.
I've watched it 3 times as well.
and it's every time it's got so much going on, I gain a little bit more knowledge about. Like maybe smart people watch it and got it all figured out the first time.
Now, are you watching the ending? I didn't watch that last night. The end where they talk about that episode.
I do.
So you didn't watch this one?
I do every time.
Yeah. So I haven't been watching those. And the last one I watched and I learned something, I was like, oh, it kind of brings to light some of the stuff
Yeah.
that you might have missed.
And if you have questions about it, sometimes they answer those questions like, oh, why did they do this? And then they kind of explain it.
I want it to be compelling enough that I don't need that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, did you ever watch one of those after you watched a Game of Thrones episode?
I didn't watch Game of Thrones until after,
Way after.
way
Yeah.
after it came
Do you
out.
care about what they say, or are you content with the episodes you've watched of Game of Thrones?
I don't mind getting the insight from the people that made the movie, but I don't watch like the live streams like of other people's opinion on what's going on. I don't care for that.
So The Walking Dead, I used to watch the after show.
He walked The Talking Dead.
The Talking Dead.
Yeah. I'm all too familiar with that one.
Did you watch it?
Nope. But I know too much about it because my fiance is all about that.
Oh, is she still watching The Walking Dead? because I got out.
They got the new, the last little part of the last season out, but we don't have the AMC Plus or whatever you need to watch it. So she's getting antsy about
You didn't like The Walking Dead, did you, Russell?
Never
like
seen
zombies?
a second of it.
You like zombie movies?
Nope. You know what zombie movie is good? World War Z.
Yeah, it's pretty
World War
good.
Z's good. I like Zombieland. It was funny.
Zombieland's great.
Both Zombielands are good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead's great.
It's a good movie.
28 Days Later. It's a good zombie movie.
Is that the one where they're in Alaska?
No.
That's more of a vampire movie. Which
Yes.
one is that?
I haven't seen it. I've only heard of it.
I don't know about that one.
What is the one where they're in Alaska?
20 Days a Night or something like that. Or
Something. Anyway, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I Am Legend. Great zombie movie.
But I don't need to see 46 seasons of people trying to escape zombies that walk at the pace of a 90-year-old lady.
It got kind of. It did kind of get repetitive.
It seemed like it, and I never watched it.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of out on it.
Yeah.
I quit watching it.
It didn't seem...
It didn't seem as.
Well, even like there was nothing that really drew me in to want to watch it in the first place.
Yeah. They got spinoffs coming out too.
Yeah, Day of the Walking Dead, I don't know.
Did you see The Last of Us is coming out?
Who?
The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, they're making a movie of it.
What is that?
It's a video game. I played it for a little bit on PlayStation. What do we got now? We got PlayStation 4. I played it a little bit.
I played a little as well. I didn't go too far into it.
I guess it was a big hit, so now they're making a movie about it. But it's a zombie type movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's end of the world zombie. You're taking care of a girl.
Post-apocalyptic type.
Is that his daughter?
No, it's not his actual daughter.
Yeah. So, anyways, just a video game that they've turned into a movie.
No, didn't watch it.
Nope.
No, not into... I haven't played a video game in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll be sucked in like a series, except a video game is a series that never ends, especially modern games.
Yeah.
Because there's beating the game, but there's all these other journeys you can go down in the game, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And so you like Grand Theft Auto, there's no end to that. Let's see how many stars I can get running from the cops. I can do that until 3 a.m.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that can get repetitive because you're like, oh, I've done all this, and then.
But nowadays, don't they have like different servers where you can play the game and different plugins?
Yeah, that's on PC. You got different mods and stuff that you can play with, but I don't go that far into it.
Yeah, but
I just play the games the way they were designed.
What was that game that came out? I played it. That was probably the last game I played, and it had the guy from The Walking Dead, Daryl.
Daryl?
Wait, is it Daryl? The guy that drove the motorcycle?
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Yeah, it had him
Death
as the
Stranding or something like that.
something like that. That's the last video game I played.
You're playing as him.
You're playing as him.
Death
You got to put
Stranding.
these packs on your back and run around. It was kind of boring.
I got that downloading on my computer right now.
Yeah, it was kind of boring.
Was it?
I mean, at some point, like it was kind of repetitive. Like you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Got to find these packs and take stuff to different places. It was more of a you're in a big world and you're trying to go around and do these missions.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't the greatest.
I'm gonna play video games when they're 100% immersive. I'll get back in.
VR.
Yeah, but when VR is real.
No, he wants the
Ready Player
One
The plug-in.
racing with a whole setup, chair, steering wheel.
No, I
gears.
think it'd be cool if you didn't even need that though. Like if you've seen Ready Player One.
Yeah.
If you just had a chair you sat in that moved around, but your headset was working in your eyes so well that it was hard for you to distinguish the difference.
So what about holding a steering wheel?
You can hold the steering wheel, but you could be holding.
VR headset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immerse him in that with the steering wheel. I think he'd be.
But one of those
About
simulators,
the Oculus, Chase.
one of the simulators like you're talking about, those things are ridiculously expensive. It looks awesome.
We need to make a sim racing. Just take one of these old cars.
That would be dope.
And put the screens in the windshield. put monitors in the windshield, and
So my question
the
is,
seat and the shifter all work.
That would be cool.
do any of the modern games or consoles or PCs, let me see how to word this right. Basically, if you had an actuator on the shifter, and you got an actuator on the steering wheel, and you got actuators on the body of the thing so it can move. Is there a direct plug-in from the PC that can control those actuators to make it real, or do you need a programmer to come in to make all that craziness work?
Oh, I'm sure there's open source programs already out there about stuff like that.
I think it already works. Like,
It sounds
whoops, hitting my microphone. So the new they have a new Logitech controller, like steering wheel, shifter, pedals, all for PlayStation, and it has force. Like, I guess what do you call that? Haptic feedback.
Yeah.
But it's got enough force in the steering wheel to feel like it's oversteer, understeer. You can feel it fighting back. And so I don't think that has to have any kind of plug. Like, it just plugs in and it works with the game.
right. But if you built a simulator yourself and you wanted it to move and vibrate with the road and
move and everything like
that.
that.
It's going to be a delicate amount of movement that it needs.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
sure there would be a learning curve, but I mean, I'm sure anyone could really do it if they tried hard enough.
I mean, somebody's done it. I'm just saying for stupid people.
I haven't looked too into it that much, so I don't have a clue.
I could put the car together.
Look into it.
Be cool.
I could put the car together, but I don't know how to make all that madness work.
Instead of all that, we could just build this Blazer and this Impala.
I want to build that.
Yeah. So
And
let's
it's going to
forget about
work
these
in
video
real life.
Yeah, so we'll be able to drive those for real, really feel the road,
Yeah.
really feel the
Smell
burn,
that CO2.
feel the burnout happening.
So real.
Or is it carbon monoxide? CO2? CO2?
How about just smell the gas fumes?
It's carbon dioxide, CO2,
Which one's killing the planet?
Probably.
carbon monoxide,
What's it?
CO.
CO. Carbon emissions. That's what they would call it. I'm just, I'm not a chemistry major. I just minored in chemistry. I got FU.
You're special.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Goofball. Yeah, so we did find we haven't talked about hardly anything on our podcast. So we haven't been doing these podcasts. We've been kind of busy. Been trying to clean up around the shop, but we did find a super rare. Super? It's only so somebody did. There's only 3,300 of these Blazers made. It's a 1972 K5 Blazer, and so what is this?
2-wheel drive.
Oh yeah, it is a 2-wheel drive. So that's what makes it rare. That it's a 2-wheel drive factory, and there was only like 3,300 of them made. That I saw a comment being a custom sport truck, a CST, that might be like one of 100 or 300.
Oh, that's even more rare.
So it's even more rare that it has the CST package.
So what does the CST package consist of? Do you know? Is that why it's bucket seats and console instead of bench?
I bet that's it.
And
that's it.
AC.
More sporty options. But the wood grain didn't seem too sporty.
I mean,
Maybe back in the day that was the 72.
what other things have you seen with wood grain on them? I mean, I bet somebody was like, dog, y'all see that Blazer down there? It's got fake wood on the side of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure they said dog in 1972.
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
No. Hey, Cracker, come down here and look at this Blazer.
Hey, good old buddy, come on down and look at this Blazer I got. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
That's what happened.
Yes. I put some side pops on it and it's in them cherry bombs.
It does have side exhaust with glass packs, cherry bombs.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
We don't know what they sound like. And it's a Halloween mess underneath the hood.
Oh God.
It's
looks
terrifying. I don't even want to work on it like it sits.
I tried to pull the air intake to see if there's a spider in there, and they said he was holding it down. He didn't want it.
He's holding it down, dog.
He wouldn't let it. It wouldn't come apart. So the spider was in there like, no, you're not getting this lid off.
How was he doing it?
No. That's how he was doing. He was holding it, shooting his web up there.
Shooting his. He was holding it down, shooting his web up there.
Making sure it didn't come off.
Make sure it didn't come off.
Take this so crazy. Can't even
I
have
apologize for my stupidity.
can't even have a real conversation.
It's real.
I know, it's a funny one.
You want me to be me? I'm being me, bro.
You do you, buddy.
I'm not doing me. I'm being me.
All right, what else did we do?
No.
So we got that Blazer, super rare.
Do you want to build the Blazer? Is it jumping ahead in line of everything?
Yeah, because we've already been offered $20,000 for this Blazer.
Dang, we haven't touched it yet.
No, we just pulled it in the shop. I haven't even washed it. I haven't touched it. Nothing. And I didn't even put it for sale. We're not even trying to sell this thing. And somebody has called, and they already have two, and they want to offer that. And I was like, what do you think it's worth? And he's like, high teens, 20. I was like, well, is that what you're offering? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, I plan on keeping it. What would you have done, Russell?
What would I have done?
What would you have done, Russell, when someone called you and offered you $20,000 for a vehicle that you found in the woods that you didn't pay that much for? You did, but we did step up and pay for what it was.
Sure, but if this was a solo venture here, it might have been gone.
It'd have been rolling down the street to Georgia.
Been yourself if they built it and got more for it.
Like,
Oh, that's what's going to happen.
well,
But you're going to spend. So here's your options.
regardless, it's going to cost a grip of money to get back on the road.
Yeah, we're going to spend some money to.
Even if we didn't do it the way we're talking about doing it, it's still going to be, if you, especially if you figure in labor, because if you don't know how to do it yourself, it's going to cost you a lot in labor.
Yeah, how much does it cost to get an LS put in?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about getting the floorboards and rockers redone.
Okay.
And, just the simple stuff.
Yeah. The rush repair.
Yeah. And
Easily.
if you didn't LS swap it and got the engine that's in it running, I mean, still, it's $500 to get a carburetor rebuilt or $600 to buy a new carburetor.
Yep. Yep. So how much is rust repair, you think, on something like that?
$75 to $100 an hour is what any real shop is going to charge for that kind of work.
Yep. And then how many hours is
Plus
that?
parts, which parts are cheap. They're not really that expensive.
The panels are like $6.99 for that A-arm.
Mm-hmm. The A-pillar is probably the most involved panel. A-arm.
Yeah.
But still, it's the nickel and dime stuff is what adds up on all these builds. I got an LS donor car. I'm going to swap it. I don't need nothing else. Well, you need this and you need that. You need a fuel pump. You need fittings. It just starts adding up real quick.
So you could easily drop $30,000 in this truck,
which would be justifiable considering what they're worth.
Yeah.
In on the streets, running and driving again.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing. When we found it, I was like, oh, cool. You don't see a lot of Blazers anymore.
I was thinking square body in my head because we had been looking. So we went to look for a Regal.
Riviera.
Riviera.
I almost said Cutlass.
Yeah. A boat tail, Buick boat tail Riviera. And I was hoping it was a 71 or a 72. Fortunately, it was a 73. And it was not in great shape.
It was a rust bucket.
Yeah, it was a rust bucket. And it was all messed up.
Yeah.
So 71 and 72, the front ends look a lot better. And 73, they started making the boat tail a lot smaller. And the front end looks...
I did feel like on the boat tail wasn't as pronounced on that car as they were.
73 is the smallest
out
of all of them. And so it wasn't what we wanted. So we were just driving around. We happened to... what did we do? We drove around and we found a square body dually that was in decent shape.
He didn't want to sell it. He's going to build it.
I went and knocked on the door. Nope.
Chase's door knocker.
Yeah, I don't mind. I would just go up to anywhere. Remember that one time that dog chased me? The dog, I thought I was going to get eaten by the dogs.
At
Lake Palestine?
Yeah, I do. That was like the first week we were doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he doing? Chase is just going up knocking on these people's door. You don't even know who it is. He's inside the gate. You crazy person.
Yeah,
I don't even talk to strangers on the sidewalk, and he's knocking on their door.
I don't care.
I know.
Be friends with anybody.
They might not be friends back. That's the scary part.
Well, that's their fault. Look what they're missing out on. But anyway,
the office is clean.
I did clean this office today. Y'all help me?
Nope. I watched you.
Y'all did watch me for a little while. It was just, it gets to a point when we're going off topic because I was talking about the story of how we got this blazer.
I'm sorry.
But
I was just talking about knowing you and thinking about how you manically cleaned this office this morning.
I came in, didn't even say anything. I was like,
he didn't even say, how's it going this morning? What's their plans for the day? He just walked straight in, started destroying the office.
Taking stuff out of here, sweeping.
He had me wash the wheels on the chair.
Yeah, Wes's office chair was dirty.
Pressure washed them, hit them with some APC, got the buffer out, buffed them up.
Did you buff the wheels?
No, but that sounds like what you would have wanted.
Did you polish them?
No.
They're 10s, but you keep them clean?
No, they're 2s.
Those might be 1s.
No.
That's 2.
They're like 8 inches.
They're 1.5. Sorry.
No, it's like 7.5.
Sounds good.
Man measurements. Anyway. Y'all are slow, boy.
I knew where he was going. I'm not slow. I knew where you're going.
You were letting me troll you?
I was letting you. I knew where you're going with that, and I was just like, I'm going to go ahead and let him go.
See, it's the same with you. You play dumb sometimes, and you're actually trolling me.
Yeah.
What am I doing? What am I doing? He's just looking for the reaction.
No, not me.
Yeah.
Not me. All right. Let's
Anyway,
get back to this story.
back to the Blazer.
Back to the Blazer story. How we found this thing.
So we found the square body. Guy didn't want to sell it. You knocked on another stranger's door.
Then we went to eat.
Then we decided we needed gas. We were in Krusty. We needed gas. We went to the gas station, decided to go in and grab a burrito.
Heck yeah.
I go pee.
And I'm already talking to somebody. I'm chatting somebody up.
When I get back, you're hugging a grown man.
I'm not hugging a girl. I put my hands on his shoulder. I was like, what's going on, buddy?
Put your hand. No, anyway.
Yeah, so a guy we know, older gentleman.
Older gentleman.
Was
We've known for a long time.
Yeah, he's eating breakfast, and we started chatting him up, telling him what we're doing, and he was like, well, let me tell you, I know where a Blazer's at. And I'm like, oh, okay. He says a 72 model. I'm sitting there. I'm thinking about my food, and I'm still thinking about this boat tail. And Russell seems a little bit more excited than I am. And I was like, I was eating my food, and I was like, 72 Blazer, 2-wheel drive. I was like, Russell goes, like Josh's body style. And I go, oh.
But, and at this time, mind you, I'm only thinking, it's a Blazer. I'm not thinking 2-wheel drives are rare. Mm-mm. I've seen plenty. I don't see a lot of Blazers, but I mean, every show we've gone to, we've seen one.
Yes. Yeah, but there's only like 1 or 2, maybe.
But what I don't know is most of those probably started their lives as 4-wheel drives.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of conversions, people taking them and converting the 4-wheel drives to a 2-wheel drive. So I knew that it was a thing. But then when it was a 2-wheel drive, I was like, oh, okay, that is a little bit rare. And then we were like, yeah, I started looking it up. I offered some, without even seeing it, I told him what it was worth, what I thought it was worth without even seeing it. And I said, that's where I'm willing. I was like, and he said, well, let's go look at it. And it was literally, we could have walked.
Yeah, it was so close.
We could have threw a rock and hit it.
Yeah. I've driven past this spot a million times. Seriously, you probably have too. It's been there for 32 years.
Yeah, and I went to school right there.
You're not even 32 years old. So it's been there.
I'm 38.
Did you see him thinking about it?
I was like,
I'm thinking about it. He was thinking.
I was like, I'm not even 32 years old. I'm like, hold on. The other day, a guy at the grocery store thought I was 20. He's like, I thought you were around my age. He was like 26. I was like, no.
Well, the worst is when old guys think I'm their age.
Because you got the
bro, you're 60. I'm 43. Not 63.
Because that big gray Santa Claus.
Just somebody said he was looking like Skinny Santa over here. I was like, get the hell out of here, Skinny Santa.
I said, we'll have him dress up. Who said that?
Ho, ho, ho. I don't know.
But anyways, what were we talking about? Yeah, I used to live.
Yeah.
Like not even a quarter mile from this place where this truck was.
I mow a yard that was behind where this was.
You could see the fence.
I was seriously... I could have broke the window out of it with my lawnmower with a rock. That's how close I got to it and never noticed it.
Yeah, but
that's how thick the woods were, and it was green, so it blended in really well.
And it was in a greenhouse till up about a covered greenhouse till up about 5 years ago.
Right, and the roof finally dilapidated and fell apart.
It was actually a parachute.
Yeah.
a parachute was covering the greenhouse, and that just got torn up, and there's nothing.
Either way, when we go to look at it, we slid off in the woods. He stayed in his truck. He said, it's right there. Y'all go have a look. We slide in the woods. Little moments of panic start setting in with both of us that we contain. Chase, look at this. Oh, my God. It's all here.
It's all there. Look at the bucket seats.
Oh, my God.
Look.
Okay, chill. What's this? Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll take it,
He's like, well, he didn't let us take it right then. We didn't make a deal. He was like, well, let me go home, do my research, come back. I was like, well, okay. He calls us back that next day and says...
Did he call us the next day or that afternoon?
It might have been that afternoon.
Because I feel like the next day we were there getting it. We changed all of our plans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Went and got the trailer. We were there at 11 o'clock the next day.
Yeah, because we had to go. I had to go. What did it?
We had to get money.
There was a lot of things.
We had to get wheels and tires. We got the trailer. We got shovels and axes and chainsaws and machetes and just...
Because this thing was grown up. The trees, all the small saplings had grown up all around it. Some of them weren't saplings. They were big. They were decent sized trees that actually put a dent in the back quarter panel of this truck because it grew into the truck.
And vines and thorns and briars.
Dude, I've still got a... Wait, it's gone now. I had a big old scrape on my arm from those big thorns. Those things are huge.
I mean, we spent a couple of hours clearing trees.
And I sat on one. And my butt was itchy.
I wouldn't have told nobody that.
I sat down on one of those thorns and it got me in my butt cheek.
Is that all it took?
That's all. It got me in my butt cheek.
Oh, in the cheek.
In the cheek.
I thought you sat on a tree.
No, in the butt cheek.
It's a 2-inch tree. Anyway, then we weren't going to try to drag it out and run the risk of tearing anything up, dragging it out.
Yeah, so we put those brakes did not want to come off.
We had to really put some effort into the rear drums. The fronts broke loose.
Yeah.
There was zero effort really.
Yep.
Other than getting it up off the ground. It had been sitting so long that the frame rails were...
Were the frame rails touching? They were touching, weren't they?
We had to dig to get the jack under.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It was halfway up on the tires, rims.
Yeah, I mean, we had to dig to get the lug nuts.
Luckily, it wasn't, the body wasn't in the ground. Further making more rust.
And I mean, the rust that is on it is something you would find on any of the trucks in the same era.
Yeah. And they didn't have to be buried out there in the woods. You would find that same exact rust.
Yes, when somebody's still driving, got that same rust, you know. So it's not in bad shape, but got wheels and tires on it, and it pulled right out of there. And I was ready to get it on the trailer. Yeah. After all that work, it took everything I had just to come on, let's get it on the dang trailer.
Then we had to, and as soon as we got it on the trailer, we had to take it back to the shop, unload it, get it in the shop, shut down the shop, and then go back and get another vehicle. Because to get this vehicle, we had to buy another vehicle. We had to buy both of them at the same time. He wanted them both gone. And so we just hooked up to that one because we weren't as worried about it.
Put the gas to it.
Yeah. We just
that winch just sucked it right up there.
I couldn't believe that winch just sucked it up.
You were a little worried, like, it's going to pull my truck. It's going to do that.
I was pressing on the button and it was kind of pulling and I had to just stay on it. And it pulled it right up there. The wheels all were free.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah. It worked.
So
we got that Jeep and I think we've already sold it. Jeep Cherokee.
We may have sold these schlong beds you bought.
Yeah, that was because we picked up those before we picked up the Blazer.
The long beds is what led to the Buick Riviera.
It sure did.
Because we got the long beds from
a guy we know at Walmart.
And you were mentioning, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that. He's like, well, my cousin's got a Buick.
Yep.
And that's how we wound up going the next day to look at the Buick Riviera.
So if we'd never went to Walmart.
And we went to Walmart to buy a battery because we're cheap asses.
They got the cheapest batteries for sure of anywhere.
Yeah, if you're not looking for more than 750 cold cranking amps and you need a side post or a top post, like $79.
That's where to go.
I'm doing it. Yeah. I'm all about it. O'Reilly's $100 minimum.
More than $100.
Yeah, way more.
Yeah, it's more than $100.
I mean, if it was my wife's car, it's not, it's a different story. But if it's this van that I got, or if it's a car around the shop that we're trying to get running,
We're good. Walmart batteries.
Because them suckers sit around here and they're going to die anyway.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, so if we would have never went to Walmart and got that battery and talked to that guy and picked up these lawn beds and done all this, we'd have probably never had a Blazer sitting in our shop. Yeah. K5 Blazer. So it's awesome how things work out.
And since us getting it, I didn't know, but we've realized how rare they are.
Yeah, everybody's been letting us know. The first time when we posted it on TikTok and everybody started, there was 100,000 views on some of these, and everybody was talking about how rare it is. Mm-hmm. So thank you to everybody that letting us know how rare this thing is.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information I learned about it that I didn't know because of all those comments.
Yep.
So
a lot of people wanting this vehicle.
But this is going to sound mean to the people who love it. It makes me look at it in a different light than I once did because it's not my unicorn.
No.
Not at all.
It's not the...
that Impala out there, I like more than that Blazer.
Yeah.
Now, the Blazer's worth more.
The Blazer's worth more than the Impala?
Sure.
Because okay, good
it would
guys.
need to be an SS convertible 409 Impala to be in the ballpark.
Gotcha.
But I've seen some of those Blazers over 100.
We paid more for your Impala than we did this Blazer.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know.
And your Impala is in worse shape.
Is it?
It needs the trunk.
Okay.
And the floor pans.
Yeah.
So it's got a little bit more rust.
But it doesn't need rockers.
It doesn't?
Not really. Not like the Blazer.
And it doesn't need an A-pillar.
And it doesn't need the bottom of the door.
So they're about the same.
It's comparable.
They're pretty close.
They both need interior. They both need engines.
Yep.
They both need floorboards.
They're both rust buckets.
But in a handful of rust, like in the term rust bucket, they're not rust buckets.
No, they're pristine.
They're not pristine.
For wood finds?
I mean, that 66 Cadillac we have is
pretty nice.
Pristine considering its age and where it's set.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at the interior on it.
Almost. I'm ready. We got so many things to do. We've got so many things to do at this shop and so many things we want to do.
Well, I have since started on the Bel Air, the 210, because we got to get it on the road because I know the Blazer is pressing on Chase's
to-do list.
Yes. Yeah. And so I at least want to get the Bel Air driving around so that
it's
while
not
we're
just
waiting on parts. But here's the thing too, is if it's running and driving, we can be like, oh, we're waiting on the parts to come in for the Blazer for this. We can do a little bit of work on that. And it's still driving.
Yeah.
Because we also have some other news.
We sold Krusty.
Yeah,
Krusty's gone, our white truck, the first truck that we built here in this shop. That is the first vehicle we've done.
It's the first vehicle that we've done on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's the first vehicle, yeah.
Other than the truck on the wall, which I don't think we can consider that.
Oh, yeah. That was really the first thing we did, the truck on the wall.
But our first vehicle that we worked on was Krusty.
Yep.
And it's at the stereo store getting a system put in for the new owner.
Shout out to Ram Auto Sound here in Palestine, Texas is taking care of it. They're getting 6x9, some 4s in the dash or 3.5s in the dash, and it's going to be an all Pioneer sound system.
And a 6-inch sub also, right?
No, it's like an all-in-one encapsulated box amp, everything. It's like a shallow mount, all-in-one, something that's small that'll fit behind the seat, and that way you still got all your room behind your seat because you're in a single cab truck. You know, if you want to take this somewhere, you could actually probably put this under the seat. And that way you've got storage for, like, you go to the grocery store, you can put stuff behind the seat.
And then we had a load of flooring in the back of the truck when the guy came to look at it initially. And he liked the stance that it had with all the flooring in there, which I 100% agree with.
Yeah, I do too.
So we have a flip kit that showed up yesterday for the truck, and it's going on also before it leaves.
It's something we didn't even tell him about. We're going to go ahead and do weather stripping.
Yeah, we're going to rebuild the vent windows and do the weather stripping in the doors, which we should have done when
Not
we
weather
did
stripping, but the
window
seals.
The track.
Yeah, we've already done the weather stripping on the doors. But all the windows would be nice and new and everything.
So...
You know what we need to fix? That door lock on the passenger side.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Just a couple little things here and there.
Yeah, we're just gonna button up some things, but he's not jumping up and down for the truck or anything.
Nope.
And we didn't even list it for sale. He walked in the door and said he saw it.
Oh yeah.
And
went home and talked to his wife and said he's talked to his son. Said, you think you could drive this in a couple years, son?"
And then showed up the next day and said, "Let's do it."
Let's
and I was
do
like,
it.
Crap! I was just starting to like this truck.
Yeah, because you were driving it home.
Yeah, every day.
Quite a bit.
Yeah,
I was driving it home a lot too.
I'd driven it to some soccer games for my daughter and took her to school in it. And
the cool thing about it is it's a truck that you just jump in, crank it up, LS, air conditioner blows cold, and it's nice.
It's nice.
It's a nice truck because everything underneath it's painted, brand new.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's a nice truck.
It's a nice truck.
It's a cool truck.
I wasn't a fan of, first of all those trucks were a little small to me, being tall. But being able to drive it around town, especially, and I don't like it with the camper on it. I know everybody does. I think
not everybody does. It's pretty split.
I would say 50-50 because I don't care for the camper either on it.
I love the camper, and it's going to look a lot better lower.
It is going to look better lower with the camper. It just doesn't do it for me.
I like the utilitarian use of it. You know,
that is true.
It's you can use it with the camper. You can put stuff in the back of it and not worry about if it's raining or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, you can go to Tyler and get some of your, things that you need and put it in the back of the truck and not really worry about it as much as if it was just open bed.
I get it.
So
it's sportier looking without the camper.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
It doesn't look like a papaw drives it. You know what I'm saying?
I liked it.
You need a Dickie jumpsuit when you got that camper in there.
Yeah. And then, before we sell these trucks, I got to get that hat rack out of that long bed.
I told you should have done that from day one.
So we got one of these long beds we got has a like a cowboy hat holder in the middle. And so I'm going to take that out and put it in Old Mac. If y'all haven't seen Old Mac, the interior's done on it kind of.
I want you to get a hat that you're going to wear.
A cowboy hat? My ears are too big for cowboy hats. I feel weird in a cowboy hat.
It could be a sombrero.
I mean, that would fit
like one of those hats I wear to the car shows. You know what I'm saying? But you could get like a little cow print thing around it and get the Journey patch on it.
I'm going to get...
What you going to get?
I'm going to get the colorful material put on the inside.
On the inside?
Like the brim of the sombrero type hat. The sunshade hat.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the inside of it, the colorful material that we have on the inside of Krusty, whatever that is, like a Aztec or a Indian blanket type material.
Navajo. Anywho, you could do a little band around, because when it's in the ceiling, it's not going to show that side of it. And I'm thinking about like the show aspect of it being on the ceiling.
Have you seen all the, like, this is a big deal right now, I think. It's kind of like popping up, but like these girls are taking these hats. They're just going and buying these like cowboy hats, and then they're like spray painting them, getting a torch, putting feathers and all this stuff on them to make them cool, and then they're selling them.
Huh.
I've seen it on probably YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or somewhere.
So you going to be one of those girls?
No, I'm not. We can get one of them to make this hat. Like they do all that. Like they fix them up, make them all fancy.
I got you, bro. I got you.
If there's one of those hat fixer-uppers out there, we can get you to do this to our hat.
Yeah.
That we're going to display in Old Mac.
Old Macaroni?
Old Macaroni.
Oh, well, we had big plans for Old Mac, but it seems like that's going to be a year from now.
It wouldn't take us that long to LS swap it.
I guess. But, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't.
No, it'd probably take us 2 weeks.
Bro, you want...
It'll take us 1 day if we put our heads down. We could have that LS in there, truck out. We can have the engine out in 30 minutes. Engine, transmission. Pop that other one in there, crank her up. We're ready to roll. I've said this before, and it took us 3 months.
We built a whole truck in 3 months.
I know.
But you want twin turbos?
We don't have to start it. Okay, here's the thing. We've talked about this. You don't have to start out with the craziest.
Right.
Work up to
I hear that.
I do too, and I just couldn't stop doing it.
Russell is a fidgeter. Like I'll be like, what? Russell's down here fidgeting with something, but I'll be sitting over here.
When I was a kid, they'd be like, "Stop meddling."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I hate that. Don't even say that word.
Meddling?
To me. Meddling. Stop meddling.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't tell
meddle
him stop.
something. Put this metal spatula upside your head.
You do this.
Yeah, mine's messed up, and yours is straight.
Always rubbing on our heat shielding that we put on here.
I apologize.
It's okay.
I can't, look at me. I'm grabbing my jacket right now. I can't stop.
Touching your face.
I wish I had a kitty right now, so I'd be a good evil villain petting my kitty.
Oh yeah. Hairless cat.
No,
Those are weird. I can't.
I don't. It'd be like playing with a ball sack.
That's what they kind of look like. Is a
Yeah,
ball
they
sack.
do. I already got one of those. I don't need another one.
Oh man.
I want a cat with hair.
What were we just talking about though?
LS swapping old Mac. You could say we could do it in an afternoon.
Yeah, but we don't have to go as crazy like you were saying. You used to take things too far.
Of course.
And so, and other people do this too. They'll be like, they'll get their LS, their transmission, and it's ready to go in. It's running, driving. Oh, it might smoke a little bit, but that sucker runs and drives. Instead of saying, oh, we're going to take it down. We're going to rebuild it. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to buy new pistons. We're going to replace everything on it. Take it to the machine shop. Then you never get it done. Mm-hmm. But if you go ahead and throw it in there, in the truck, get it running, driving, get to that point, that engine comes out very easily, right?
Yeah.
Once it's in there, you can take it out.
You make a good point. Like if it's already LS swapped, then you're not re-swapping it when you have to fix the engine.
Yeah.
And the engines are plug and play. I get it.
So you can go ahead and drive it, enjoy it for the meantime.
Yeah.
And then upgrade it. You can always upgrade later.
Upgrade.
Hit that upgrade button. Like in a video game.
You ever seen
Kind of like that subscribe button that we have down below.
Yeah. Oh, as Wes telling us.
wah wah wah?
So if you're enjoying this podcast right now, please hit the like and
say that.
subscribe button. What?
Nothing.
What are you laughing about? What did he say?
I didn't say anything.
No, just the way he was acting.
Yeah.
He always
It's like
is acting.
shameless plug.
Yeah, you're always acting goofy.
Yeah. I like that.
It's okay.
Anywho, Jesus God, LS swapping the truck would be nice.
Yeah, because this sucker clank, 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 clank.
That's why I don't ever drive it.
It is kind of annoying,
I don't ever.
but it only does it in the beginning.
I don't care. It'd be my luck. I'd be at the red light and
Clonk, clonk, clonk,
I
clonk.
can't.
Boom.
I can't. I don't like that. I can't.
What about this morning? Russell came to the rescue because I swore that I drove the dually home last night, and I was like, I got in
I
it.
think that's what set you off this morning.
What?
I think it's what set you into overdrive because I made a smart ass comment.
Oh, here we go.
So I
And
get
so,
to the, I
and
go
then
to,
he never said anything else to me. He didn't even want to talk out there in his house.
I didn't.
No. All right, let's go.
Oh, okay.
You're ready to go?
So I thought the truck was out of gas. I get out there, I'm cranking on it, and then like cranks up, and then it just wants to die, like it's running out of gas.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I do this a couple times. I'm like, must be out of gas. Russell did drive all the way to Jacksonville and back without filling it up. Fill it up before you put some gas in it before you left.
I filled it up before I went to Jacksonville.
So probably what we don't know. We didn't know. Just thought it was out of gas.
And we've been meaning to fix the fuel gauge on it and just haven't.
That's why.
So I take blame for that part of it.
It's okay. But I didn't know it was out of gas. I thought it was out of gas. So I called Russell. I'm like, hey, man, I think the truck's out of gas. You think the truck could be out of gas? And he was like, it's possible. You need to bring you some gas? He brought me some gas. Put some gas in it. It's still dying.
No, I put gas in it and it was overflowing on the ground.
Oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, it's full. So Russell lifts the hood and the intake is just completely taken. It's not there.
Yeah,
it's not on.
It got extreme. It went from 90 degrees yesterday to 40 degrees this morning.
So it got cold. That plastic got cold is what you're...
Yeah, I think that rubber neck coming out of the intake contracted or did what it did, and it popped that intake out of there.
Yep.
So it wasn't reading the mass air.
So it just happened last night when it was parked.
Or it could have been that Baja 500 road of yours. Yeah, I'll just leave that be.
Our road is horrible to get to my house.
Horrible is an understatement.
The Raptor is everybody on my street needs a Raptor to get to their house.
Like, I live in the woods and my roads are better than that road.
Yeah. City of Palestine, if you could, please fix your roads. I know you're working on it, but you can't fix them all in one day. They need it. We could use some new roads in Palestine.
That is true.
They're bad. Oh well, let's keep going.
I'm going to just let you carry on to the next topic.
What is the next topic? I don't even know. What are we going to do? What else are we going to do today? We've been cleaning up around the shop, been getting rid of some of the junk, and then we brought in more junk. What'd
you bring?
Just a bunch of vehicles.
Yeah. We have 3 long wheelbase. We have 4 long wheelbase Chevy trucks here. Square bodies. 4 of the most desirable pieces of American machinery made in the 1980s. I mean, I don't know how somebody hadn't stole them. Some bitches sitting outside.
They're just sitting there, ready to go to the next home.
Yep.
And then we've got, how many short bed square bodies do we have? 1, 2, 2, 3. We have 3 steel. The other one's about to be sold. It's gone. It's leaving our possession.
But we haven't even tried to sell any of them but one. And it doesn't have a title, and that's the reason it's sitting here still.
Yeah.
If you tried to sell either one of those others, I bet they'd be gone.
Oh, the brown one?
Yeah. Or the white 94.
That's OBS?
It's a short wide.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that one. I was talking about square bodies.
How do you have 3?
We've got the short bed outside. We've got Krusty.
Krusty's sold.
Yeah, okay.
We done been down that road.
All right, so we only have 2.
I was thinking 3 when you were talking about that.
The OBS.
But maybe not. Anyway.
So, but anyways, we're trying to get rid of some stuff. And then Russell brings vans and box trucks.
Yeah, I sold my tractor.
You did sell your tractor.
I haven't listed the van yet, but I bet you the van sells.
I bet you it does too.
I've had 3 people stop here and ask about the box truck.
And it's not for sale.
It's not for sale.
It's not for sale.
It's because I bought it for my wife and she's not going to use it, but she don't want to get rid of it.
That's true.
So I'm okay with hanging on to some crap.
It can hang out here. It'll be all right.
I'll take it home.
It'll be okay here.
Yeah.
Gives it character.
Does it?
We're going to, for Halloween, we're going to make it the Twisted Metal van.
Oh, what's going to wind up happening is we're going to use it ourselves.
It'll be our merch truck.
It would be a cool merch truck.
Yeah.
If we can sell the dually without the wheels, we can put those wheels on the box truck.
Ooh, bag it?
Yeah.
That'd be a big,
LS swap it, bag it.
Huge land frame machine.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And it's all aluminum. It's never going to rust.
No.
And it's more than a 1 ton.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
Sell hats and shirts and
I'll sell my body. Out of the back, it's tall enough. We can put a pole, we can slide out the back, and I can spin around it.
We're gonna have a stripper van, a stripper box truck with
stripper
merch?
box truck. Yeah.
Okay,
male strippers.
Sounds good.
They're gonna come out with a can of paint stripper, dump it all over themselves.
No, it'll be like Chris Farley and
Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. I was thinking about Deadpool, but yeah.
Okay. What's the one on Deadpool? I don't know.
When he's dancing, hit it, Dolly. Bum, 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 bum. You don't remember that?
I have not.
At the very beginning of Deadpool 2, when he's taking out the bad guys and he's in the club, he's got the wig on, he spins around the pole, and it's Deadpool, bang, bang, bang.
I guess I haven't seen it.
Oh, you must have been looking at your phone instead of paying attention to the movie.
I probably was. I don't know if I've seen Deadpool 2.
Something funny how we brought that all the way back to the beginning of this Hot D.
Yeah. I don't know how. I haven't seen Deadpool 2. What's Deadpool 2 about?
Killing people.
Oh, okay.
No, it's about him trying to be a hero without killing people, and he can't do it.
Is it?
Kind of, because he's trying to save that boy.
Yeah, I guess.
So in a way, yeah.
Oh, so I have not seen Deadpool 2 then.
Deadpool 3 is on its way in December.
I thought it was going to be in 2023.
Fuck. Sorry.
It'll be in 2023.
But it could be December. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that.
I have no idea.
And Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's going to be in it.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
There's going to be another Wolverine?
No, he's going to be in Deadpool 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why I've seen them talking together.
Yeah.
About it or something. I haven't watched it, but I saw that and Wolverine were together.
Do you ever notice how much Deadpool talks trash about Wolverine in the movies?
Nope.
Interesting.
No wonder you can't keep up with Game of Thrones.
I don't even remember Deadpool 1. It's been so long since I've watched it.
I love it. I love Deadpool.
I've seen it a lot.
I think, Wes, when you first came, you
I
wore
was wearing a Deadpool hat.
Yeah, you always wore a Deadpool hat when you first started here. Now it's the Quicksilver hat.
My Deadpool's hat's in the back of my car.
Okay.
What is Quicksilver?
It's a clothing brand.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
It was like Hurley and Quicksilver and Massimo.
I remember Massimo.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Ocean Pacific?
Yeah. OP?
OP.
Yeah, they had the bright colored stuff, didn't they?
Yeah.
I do remember Ocean Pacific. I think I probably wore that. I wore some Massimo stuff. I actually have that now.
No Fear, Yaga.
Yaga?
You remember Yaga?
I do remember No Fear
No Fear.
because they had the guy on the back with the right, or no, it was the eyes.
No, you're thinking that's not
Bad
the No
Boy.
Fear. Yeah,
Bad Boy. What is the No Fear? It was the No Fear the eyes.
it might have been.
Yeah, it was the eyes.
And then
They carried all this at Gadzooks.
what was the Big Johnson? Big Johnson. You remember the Big Johnson shirts?
They had just Big Johnson stores.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine just a store for just Big Johnson?
You weren't allowed to wear those at school, but we all had them.
But how did a whole store? I don't understand how a whole clothing store was about Big Johnson clothing. That's all. And Big Dog.
That's how much people like the Hot D, man.
Do you remember the Big Dog?
Yeah, it was for big dudes.
The Big Dog clothing. That was a thing for a while. What else?
Guess and Jabot and Tommy Hilfiger was a big thing. Some polo boots and a Fossil watch.
Oh, yeah. Doc Martens.
White Sox hat. Some Doc Martens.
It's a White Sox hat.
The Chicago White Sox.
Oh, okay. I'm like, White Sox hat.
That's
I was
what.
confused too.
White Sox
What are
hat.
you talking about?
I normally wear white socks, but today I've got on black ones.
That's probably before your time. Like when Dr. Dre and all them came out, they all wore like White Sox starter hats.
Okay.
And then we were all immature dudes. And the way the script worked out on the hat, you take a black Sharpie and draw out part of the O, and it spelled sex.
On the White Sox? Okay.
Because it says socks on the hat, SOX.
Yeah.
And you could just do a little bit of work with a Sharpie and it would say sex. So immaturity, you want to hear some more immaturity? Nike had some sandals
Yeah.
that came out in the late 90s called the Shoots.
The Shoots?
DE something but you could take on the sole with a razor blade and you could cut it just right and it said D's nuts. I'm serious as a heart attack. Pull them up, Wesley.
Oh my gosh! So wait, when you did it leave imprints and it said D's nuts?
You know, I
everywhere?
never thought about it like that, but you know, we just would like hold them up, D's nuts, because that Chronic album is where the whole D's nuts thing came from my understanding.
Really? Why? Where did that come from in the Chronic album?
There's a whole song about it.
About D's nuts?
Hey! Did what's the name get hold of you today? Who? D's nuts.
Oh, that's where it came
What's
from.
the name of the shoe? Do you
The Nike. Just type in Nike D's nuts sandals.
I never wore these.
Yeah. D's nuts. You just took the C and the top of the H off and it says D's nuts. And we all had that, man.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I do not remember those.
We all
year-
had those
What year
shoes.
was this?
I was in probably 8th grade, 7th grade.
Vintage 90s Nike
Yeah.
ACG Air Schultz.
Those are $36. Some suckers are holed out too.
Yeah, and you wore them with socks. That's. Oh yeah, buddy.
So like when I was in high school, like no show was the big deal.
Yeah, see, no show hadn't happened at this point.
No show. Everybody didn't want it. Like I still wear no shows.
I do too. I have them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like my socks showing. I can't stand my socks to show.
We were still tight rolling our pants when these sandals came out. So you would have on a pair of white or black or red socks with these sandals, and you'd have your pants tight rolled at the bottom. Okay. And they'd be some Jabots or some Tommies, and you'd have a Jabot or a No Fear or a Massimo shirt. And we had long hair, but it was shaved underneath.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You had hair at one time?
Fossil. Yeah, bro. I got hair now. I just ain't got enough of it in the right places for me to even attempt.
Gotcha.
I'd rather, and I've been rocking the bald. It's easy. I don't pay for haircuts.
Dude, it's so nice.
It's comfy. You know what I do want to try though? I do want to try to get a real beard cut.
Yeah?
At some point.
Why don't you?
Because I don't want to spend $50 on my facial hair.
Because it takes them an hour to do it.
Makes me uncomfortable. But at $50, I'm going to need it at a bare minimum every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's $100 a month to maintain my beard. For who?
Why don't you like get it done and then just keep it trimmed to that like that?
It never works that good.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I don't want it to look like I'm a freaking Malty. You know, I don't want to look like I've been at the dog groomer.
Oh, it's like it's perfect every time.
Yeah, like these. I can't. I don't want those painted on lines
they
and
spray
stuff.
paint the lines.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not about that life.
They get a little too much into it.
That looks ridiculous.
When it's perfect.
No. Or I see these guys. They paint on their beards like gluing hair on in places and stuff.
Oh, I've got a bald spot right here.
Y'all got no room to talk about girls' makeup and fake bodies because y'all are just as bad. God,
they're out there.
Y'all are pathetic.
Putting on makeup anyways.
Like if you look, I ain't got no hair.
Yeah.
I ain't trying. I'm not putting on no toupee. Like get over it, dog. Get over it.
Be all right.
No hair, no care.
Yeah, go out there and make more money. Them chicks will screw you if you're ugly.
You don't need hair.
You're spending all your money on fake hair.
You don't need that.
No. Go build you a car. Do something to make you happy instead of painting on hair. Ugh. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion.
Russell be getting his hair painted on in about a
No,
year.
I won't. No, I won't. No, sir.
Be like, what are you doing, Russell?
If
I'm getting my hair painted on. Leave me alone.
If my beard hair starts falling out, I'll just be a slick face dude.
Be a thumb.
You look so weird.
Yeah.
Beard is the makeup for men.
Yeah, but I ain't buying it.
I know. It's free.
Uh-huh.
It's free.
Yeah.
I like my beard.
I like my beard. Mm-hmm. But I think it would look nice if it had a little bit of fade going up into the bald.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of shape up every now and then because these suckers get wild.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a guard to a number 5.
I want to let my beard grow out, but my wife does not like it at all. She does not like my beard.
Why not? I wonder why.
I don't know. Just doesn't like it. Doesn't like to kiss all that.
I don't like kissing
but
it either.
Then she complains about when it's short that it's pokey.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
I get that too.
it could be nice and long and smooth. I can condition it.
I've conditioned it.
Oh, yeah. I had to use Head and Shoulders on my beard when I had mine long because I'd get beard dandruff.
I get beard dandruff no matter what I put in it.
Have you ever tried Head and Shoulders?
Mm-hmm. And I even have that special shampoo that my dermatologist gave me, and it doesn't stop the dandruff.
Still get dandruff in your beard.
But I have noticed it's getting better, and my skin being red is better. And
what are you doing?
This morning I was thinking about that on the way to work. I still get a little bit of redness.
Yeah.
But I haven't put my $150 steroid on my face in 2 weeks.
Oh, that's good. Looks pretty good.
E-cig.
Oh, you quit your e-cig.
And Red Bull. I quit both of them at the same time, so.
Uh-huh. It's because people do have a PG allergy a lot. Propylene glycol allergy to e-cigs. Mm-hmm. And you might not even have known it.
Yeah.
Besides, it could have been, or it could have been something else in there.
I don't know.
Causing a flare-up, or it could be the Red Bull.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mystery will never know until you start one or the other up again. You've done really good with your e-cig.
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate not smoking. Oh. I saw you smoking that one.
Yeah, I found one in my truck, and so I just like grabbed it and started puffing in front of Russell. I was like, "Hey, looky here," and he was like, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah, I thought about it real hard. I did now at First Friday. If I see the cigar guy Carlos, if Carlos is there, I'm smoking a cigar.
Oh yeah,
and I smoked that cigar and I'd inhale it and just die.
Okay, when I was thinking about this, I thought about this. Carlos would kill taking that to car shows.
Oh yeah,
like the bigger car shows.
Oh yeah,
if he set up his cigar bar at like freaking like
C10s in the park or something.
Yeah, Lone Star Throwdown, any of those huge car shows, dude, that would kill.
Yep. The box truck would be a cool cigar bar, a mobile cigar bar.
Yep.
Have some benches at the front, have a big window that open up, and everybody could sit there.
That'd be cool.
Have lighters on little metal cables so nobody can steal them.
Yeah. Good idea.
Good idea.
Now, when you do that, when you start going to car shows, Carlos, we'll take that.
10%.
Yeah, we'll take that 10% for the idea.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I just want a Cohiba every now and then.
There we go. I don't even know what that is. I don't even smoke cigars.
I don't either. I just tell him what am I getting? You want one of these? This is what I would be getting. I was like, well, sir, that's the one I want. I don't even know the difference. Does it taste good? That's the one I want.
You inhale the cigar?
You're not supposed to, but I'm an addict, so I do every now and then.
Okay.
Like every third or fourth puff, I try to, but it's harsh.
It's bad?
It's like inhaling Satan's fart. I mean, it burns your throat so bad. Like
you don't want to do it.
Yeah, but I want to do it. You don't want to do it, but I want to do it because I need a little bit of that.
Feel it?
Yeah.
You need to feel it in your
I need to feel it in my lungs.
You need Satan's fart in your lungs.
Yeah.
Hey, what do we got to do today?
I don't know.
Since now, it's already 12:20. We ate a little breakfast earlier, but
I did catch a big old bass last night.
Oh, you went fishing. I forgot to ask you. Yeah, how'd that go?
It was windy. I was throwing a buzzbait and they were nipping it.
Just barely tapping it.
And I hooked a couple and lost them. And then I caught one, maybe a 2-pounder on the buzzbait, and he was hooked outside the mouth. So I started throwing my square bill. I had a black buzzbait with a chartreuse toad on it.
Yeah.
And they were nipping it, and I didn't really have a whole bunch of stuff with me, and I couldn't think of what transition to make. So I started throwing a chartreuse and sexy shad square bill. Caught a fish. And then realized I didn't have my pliers.
Oh, man, that stinks.
So I caught that one fish, got the hooks out of him, and I was like, I'm not throwing this thing again because if I get one going crazy and got it deep, I'm never getting the hooks out.
Yeah.
So I just went back to throwing the buzzbait. The wind was blowing too hard to really do much else, and I just put the trolling motor on high, and the sun was going down and coming back up another bank out of a cove.
You part of the diesel?
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
It's loud. Anywho,
Turbos.
just decided to own the buzzbait for the rest of the evening. Trolling motor on high. Boom. Just hammered down on one. Big one.
Yeah.
Boat flipped it, get it in the boat. Skinny. Fish is skinny, but
got a big head on it.
Big old mouth. I mean, it still probably weighed 6 or 7 pounds.
Dang.
But hooked outside the mouth in the.
So they just really weren't wanting the buzzbait.
No, but I don't. What would you have done differently?
It was windy.
Super windy.
Maybe throwing a chatterbait to see.
And they were all shallow. I'm talking about.
Yeah, how shallow?
2 feet. Nothing deeper than that. Couldn't get a bite deeper than that.
And it was windy.
It was windy.
Chatterbait.
Spinnerbait.
Chatterbait. But the sun was going down.
Mm-hmm.
Whopper plopper.
Yeah.
Was there a lot of grass?
No grass.
Whopper plopper.
A lot of wood.
Because if they're slapping at it.
Yeah, they got no choice. But then I didn't have pliers.
Oh yeah, not having pliers stinks.
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't have my scale.
Those whopper plopper hooks are so big that's
God. I
imagine
just, after watching that video yesterday, that guy getting that hook in his hand.
Yeah, Tyler's Real Fishing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
I've only had it happen one time. It sounded like that was his first time too.
It's never happened to me.
Oh, it's only happened one time to me, and luckily it was a tiny spy bait. And so the hooks on those are like the smallest you could ever get.
Right.
And I was lucky. I just pulled that sucker out.
I don't want it to happen. And
it hurt.
I caught a little spot on that square bill, and they just never quit flopping around.
No.
And you can't, I got big hands and they're super small. It's a small ass fish and a small bait. I mean, it's a
1.5.
Yeah, basically a 1.5. It's Berkeley's version of it.
Warthog or something.
Something like that.
Warthog.
No, I was finna say dredger, but it's not. Anywho, I'm not taking the chance of that fish flopping around and getting me hooked.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have any pliers to get the hooks out myself. So I'd have come home with a bait in my hand, you know what I mean? Just cut the line and hopefully not have a bass connected to it still. Eat that sucker off here.
It just doesn't look fun. It hurts. I can just remember that one time it happened and it was like, oh.
And I'm in the stumps and the wind's blowing and I don't want to be fiddling around for a long time with this and being blown into the stumps.
But you caught some fish. That's all that matters.
And I went like 73 miles an hour in my boat. Why am I trying to sell this thing? Oh, it was awesome. It was skating out there.
But it was windy. Was there enough ripple on the water, like a perfect chop or whatever?
Perfect.
Like if there's a little bit of chop on the water.
You know when it gets that sound?
Yeah.
The boat's just
skipping across it.
Oh, I had it just chine walking.
Because if the water's flat, you're not going as fast. Because it's got more drag on it.
Now, I'll tell you what does suck. The water is down 5 feet.
You see a lot more stumps than you used to.
You see a lot more stumps, but the last time the water was down that far, I had an aluminum boat. The ramp is so steep and the water's down so far, loading the boat up sucks. Because you got to get the trailer in far enough to get the boat on it, get the strap on, pull it up to the roller, but it's below the roller.
Yeah.
Then you got to pull it up to get it above the roller, and it's already out of the water so much that when you gas, and your engine's almost in the mud.
Dang.
So you gas it up there on the roller, go to run up there, it rolls back.
You don't just get up there and just winch it up?
Man, I just feel like it's too heavy. I mean, I winch it up a little bit, but I want to get it. I want to get that nose all the way to the roller, and I just can't.
They make those rollers that automatic clasp.
I've seen them. They look cool.
Once it hits it, it's locked.
You know what I want is I want one with a remote.
A winch.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, just a winch.
Yeah. That way you could have a wireless remote, so you could not be just a little assistance to get it up there.
That'd be nice.
And not be ramming into the damn roller. And that's what I want.
That'd be good. I wonder why people don't do that.
And then it was so screwy. I got it up there and thought it was right. Pulled out. Boat's off the...
Oh, don't you hate that? And you got to back up and do it all over again.
But I backed it in and waited for a wave, just a little of that ripple to catch it. And I saw it move, pulled it out, and it was up on the other one. I was like, God dang. So it took me like 5 truck movements to get my boat loaded up last night.
Luckily, there was nobody else there.
No. I was the only person at the lake.
Yep.
They're all deer hunting.
They are.
I like it.
I love watching those videos of people trying to load their boats.
Yeah.
That guy just sits back there and records them.
If I had another person with me to help, I would have been in and out like that.
Yeah.
Because I can put my boat in by myself in no time.
Yeah.
So, and the water's down far enough, all the riprap they have there, you won't hit, so you can park right there by the ramp.
That's good.
So.
All right. Well,
anywho,
that's good that you caught fish. I just went home and watched Game of Thrones. That's all I did. So,
you had a hot D evening.
I did. I like having hot D evenings. I can't believe that's what it's called.
Oh, I can't either. I never thought of it. House of the Dragon.
That's
but I'm saying it forever now.
Hot
Did
D.
you watch Hot D last night?
I'm like, what you talking about? What's that?
Oh, girl, that Hot D was so good. Was it now?
On that note, we're going to get out of here because I'm sure there's a million things that we've got to do at this shop.
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
Hot D.
All right. Well, while
I'm going to work on the Bel Air.
Okay. While we get back to the Hot D.
Oh, here it comes. Nice.
No, we're not doing no Hot D. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this podcast and all of our randomness. And go check out all our YouTube videos and all our other stuff, our other platforms that we have out there.
For more random reality.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is. Is this with work mixed in? Mm-hmm. The same kind of nonsense. So if you enjoy nonsense along with cars and trucks, that's it.
Yep. Go check us out. But anyways, guys, we'll see you on the next one.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Do that. See ya.